Hey YouTube, Crescent Moon. Um, okay, so I'm not on my phone. My phone is right here. My phone would not let me record, which is why I'm having to do this, what I'm doing. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you about snake skin in your rituals and spell work because I'm using one in a ritual that I'm going to do today. And it's a hexbreaker binding ritual spell slash. Um, and I'm using a constrictor snake. Now, the snake that I'm using is a constrictor, and I'm using that one for the purpose of constricting and binding. That way, the stuff that's going on can, one, I'm going to send it back to the person that sent it, and then constrict them so they can't do it again, and they stop. Okay? So, that is one way to use a snake in your practice, a snake skin in your practice. I don't own a snake, so these are snakes that I've either found or someone sent to me. The skin, not the snake. I keep saying the snake, but it's not the snake, it's the skin. And this is how I'm going to use it today. I have it wrapped. Now, this is not final product. This is me getting set up for what I'm going to do. I want this snake skin to hopefully, if everything goes right, ignite with the candle and burn and catch on fire and do everything like that. Because everything's going to be anointed, and it's going to have to be put where if there's a spark or whatever, it can go out or whatever and not be burning shit down. So the reason why I'm doing this is to send back something that was sent to me to the person that sent it and to bind them from doing it again. And I'll be happy if they just back the fuck off, to be honest with you. The noise you hear in the background is my husband because I'm using his phone and he's in here in case anything else weird happens. He's on the bed over there. He doesn't like being on camera. There he is. Anyway, so in this ritual, and I've started writing it down. I've got a general layout in my Book of Shadows, the binder. Move this out of the way. So I've got 5 tea lights, earth, air, fire, water, spirit. The spirit candle is white. The others are, I'm using red today. I use red for hex breaking and binding and stuff like that. I'll have a white and a black candle burning separately to do something else. But this, on the tray, I'm using a brass tray, okay? On it, I'm going to have a ring of graveyard dirt or a ring of salt. I haven't figured out if I want black or white yet, but one or the other. And then in my cauldron, which I haven't decided if I'm going to use the little one or the big one. I'm probably going to use the little one for the purification process with frankincense to purify the tools that I'll use, and then myself, and then everybody in the house. And then I will be in the big cauldron, which is right now in the kitchen. I'll have, I think, 4 or 5 charcoal discs. That's my phone going off. Going to with separate herbs that are going to do different things. One herb being rue. Another one, different phone, different angle. Devil's claw root. I have some ginger, cinnamon, sulfur, rosemary, and dragon's blood will be incorporated into that as well, as well as sage. I can't talk because I'm tired of dealing with this phone situation today. So that's going to be that's the basic outline of what I'm going to do for the ritual. I'm also going to do on a separate silver tray, like I said, the one for this is brass. The one I'm going to use for the next stage is silver. And that's going to be a protection spell. And I use hair from each individual person on their own individual tea light with incorporated herbs and oil. And that will do its thing separately from what I'm doing today. And what I normally do is I will ask, I will not take it without asking, as I collect, like when I do haircuts at home, I have my husband, and then I have, which I need to get more of, I have the youngest son, and I have already used Adrian's, and now I also have to get Axel's. So, that's what I'll be doing with that. I will also post a video to follow up with how things went, the final, like, everything used, maybe the process of how I did it, or maybe even a mock-up. I don't know yet. That was the toilet doing its thing. Also, so I'm using a constrictor in this, back to the snake thing. I'm using a constrictor in this, and then in my, can you hand me that brown box right there? My critter box? 'Cause I'm on the floor.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Thank you. My critter box. I just popped out another snake. This is a corn snake, which I believe it is, and I could be wrong, so don't kill me for it, but I think this is also a constrictor. I have another king snake, which this one is a really good, I like this specimen because, and this is, clarity is not good, but you can kind of see the rings of the snake. I like that one. This one, you couldn't really see it very well. And I'm not sure. It wasn't there the night before, so it was a fresh snake skin, but the rings on this one are not as prominent. And then I also have a rattlesnake skin. Now this is what I use when, like, when shit's really bad. I can draw energy from this, and I also use it, I've used it one time for somebody that need to go away for a long time. And he did go away for quite a long time. So, and you know who you are out there that was for. So anyway, that's my little critter box. My moth is up there. And I almost had a hornet last night, but then it was getting dark and I got nervous, so I didn't do it. Because, you know, hornets are not awesome. I mean, they're awesome, but they're not awesome. So, you know, different snake, different purposes. You know, you have your venomous that can do a lot of damage in a different manner than a constrictor. The constrictor I use more so in bindings than in trying to hurt somebody or trying to make sure that they are dormant for a long time. Okay? So, in this one, it's just a constrictor. I don't feel like I need to use any kind of venomy type anger towards them. So, not to get too in depth, but that's what I'm doing today. That's the process I'm going through right now. And I've got to put something in that box because it smells really bad. Let me move that out of the way. I'm going to anoint, and I have a banishing oil that I'm going to use for that. And I'll probably follow this up with every single thing I used or a total mock-up of the process. I'm not going to guarantee the total mock-up, but you know, it would be awesome to do that. If you want more information on snakes, I can do that video, but until this process is done, I will not have time to focus on that video, which is why I'm doing this while I can. And my feather that I put out last night, the smudge stick, or the smudge feather, that is, I was making that to use for this. So that was another stage of this same thing. And, people that can throw their shit together just like that is awesome. Kudos to you. I am not one of them. I have to think, and organize. And then play with it. And if it doesn't work, then start over. Because if it doesn't feel right, I don't want to do it. So, and I would encourage a lot of people to do that. If it doesn't feel right, then something's off. Always go with your gut. Always use your instincts. Because that's what they're here for. But I will let you know. And, I didn't do anything to this person. What I did do was take in someone they put out. And it didn't suit their purpose. And they're very angry with me. And I don't know if it's that person or if it's someone they went to for help in their pursuit of anger or whatever. So anyway, that's what I'm doing, and hopefully this uploads with no issues, but we'll see. I fingers crossed, and hopefully you'll get an update soon. Thank you, and y'all be safe, be well, have a good weekend or what's left of it, and enjoy the full moon tomorrow or tonight or Tuesday, wherever you're at. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.